If you were to ask me 10 years ago how I could be making money with sports cards in 2026, I would probably be able to come up with maybe one or two options. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 streams of income I had as a sports card investor in 2025. And if you're new here, my name is Eric Michael. I've been buying and selling sports cards for the past 11 years now, which is crazy to say out loud. And on this channel, I like sharing my pickups, grading submissions, my sales, but I also enjoy breaking down the business side of sports cards and how this whole world actually works. And really quick, before we get into the video, there's a free PDF down below in the description that'll break down all 5 streams of income in detail. Let's get into it. All right, income stream number one. This is very basic and this requires very little money. You can do this at $50. You can do this at $50,000. It's just flipping cheap cards. So you could go to card shows where this is really good and just buying cards at a discount. It doesn't matter if it's an autographed card of me or it's an autographed card of Ben Johns, who's a pickleball player, or LeBron James. Doesn't matter. To give you a good example of this, a few weeks ago, I was at the West Coast Card Show and I bought a black gold prism of Andrew Nemhard out of 5 PSA 10. He is not someone I'm looking to buy, not on my radar. But the last sale, one just did 3,700, and the kid gave it to me for 2,400. Just a cheap card. I'll flip it, make 20, 30%. So that's income stream number one, just buying cheap stuff, flipping it right away. It doesn't matter what card it is. Number one. Number two is grading cards. This is probably what I talk about most on this channel. And grading cards is the fastest, most lucrative thing you could do in sports cards. And honestly, in this world, there's very few things you could do that will double or triple the value of an asset in a few weeks to a few months. Almost nothing. To give you a good example of this, a 2024 Select Blue Jaden Daniels Disco, while I'm speaking right now, is about $225 raw, and a PSA 10 is just over $800, and about 35% of these cards gem. Right? So you're tripling to quadrupling your money 35% of the time if you really don't know what you're doing, which is a pretty good game to play. There's also other ways to make money with grading cards, like buying cards while they're cheap, sending them in to get graded, them being worth more by the time you get them back, as well as getting a PSA 10. But that's number two, grading cards. Number three, and personally, what I probably do the most is buying modern cards already graded. So the way sports cards works is it goes in seasons. So before football, like in August and September, football is really hot. When the season ends, it goes low. Baseball is the same thing. In the off season of baseball, October, November, December, it's low. January, February, March, it picks back up. Same thing with basketball. It starts to pick back up in July and August before the season. And then in April, May, June, while players leave the season, it goes down. So you could buy modern cards that are very cheap and just sit on them and make 20, 30, 40, 50% if you know what you're doing. A good example of this is Michael Penix Silver Prism PSA 10s. I was buying Michael Penix about a month and a half ago, and he is starting to go up in the offseason. His Silver Prism PSA 10 about a month and a half ago while I'm speaking was about 140 to 150. It's already up to almost $200. Part of the reason, because Kirk Cousins got released, Kevin Stefanski went to the Falcons. People are getting excited. Excitement creates demand, which means his prices go up. So that is number three, buying modern cards already graded. Number four is buying vintage cards from the 80s or 90s and just flipping them quickly and buying them while they're cheap. So a good example of this, while I'm speaking right now, is a 1998 Vince Carter Topps Chrome PSA 10. A card like this will go up and down, up and down. It'll sway by 30 to 40% for really no reason. It's just how vintage cards works. And while I'm speaking, the last sale of this card at $285, and the average of this sale of this card in the past 12 months was about $370, and there was a high sale of almost $600. So this card is low right now. You can get it for $270, $280, and the graph goes like this, and eventually it probably will pop back up eventually, and you can just sit on it, make 20, 30%. If you know how to buy these cards while they're cheap at the low and just sell them when they pop back up, it's very basic, but this does require a little bit more money because a lot of these cards are $100, $200, $300, and you need to buy a lot of them for you to make considerable amounts of money. And number five is what I call my retirement play, or just buying high-end, really good vintage stuff and just holding it. I would not do this unless you have at least $100,000 in cash to spend on cards. If not, the other 4 strategies, you're going to make more money much faster. And this last strategy is just when you have so much cash, it's like, well, I'd rather be in a Babe Ruth card than it sitting in my bank account. And that's exactly the types of cards. So Cy Young T206, Ty Cobb T206, 1933 Gowdy Roots, 1952 Mantles. I just try to buy these cards at comps or 90% of comps if I could and just sit on them. I started doing this strategy in about, I think I bought my first high-end vintage card to hold in about 2020, I'd say. It was a 1933 Gowdy Babe Ruth, and I've been buying them since. And my collection of Gowdy Babe Ruths, which is what I hold the most of, has quadrupled about in value, which the S&P 500 won't match that, and very few stocks will match that as well, and real estate. So that's kind of the fifth play, the last play, the retirement play. It's just what you do with your extra cash, so it makes you money in the background. And these cards are very easy to find. It's really not rocket science. You're just buying the premium stuff. And this stuff is great to get at card shows instead of going to golden auctions or going to these auction sites, because it's you can get them at like slight discounts and you're already 10% or 15% in the green by the time you buy them. And then also eBay is a gold mine for buying high-end vintage cars as well, because people don't really go there to buy high-end vintage. So a lot of them end at very, very fair prices, as opposed to golden auctions. People with money go there and bid high. So just a little piece of advice. But that's the 5 different streams of income with sports cards. Flipping just anything that's cheap, grading cards, buying modern cards already graded, flipping vintage from the 80s and 90s while they're low and just selling them while they're high when they pop back up a few months later, and then buying vintage high-end cards to hold. Those are the 5 streams of income that I use. There's a free PDF down below in the description that describes exactly what I'm talking about in detail on a Google Doc. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cool. Hopefully that provided you guys some value. Those are the 5 different streams of income, or the 5 different ways I make money in sports cards. And I know there's other ways too, right? Like grading cards and or not grading cards, breaking cards, etc. But let's get into the callers. I will do my best to get to everybody. Can't make any promises, but I promise I will do my best. All right. Hold on. We're getting there. So when you guys call, all you got to do is call in once. You don't have to call in 5 times. It's not going to up your spot in the queue. Just call in once. It might go to voicemail. It'll leave your spot, and then I'll call you back. I promise. All right. And the guy that makes this all happen, his name is Kavi. I'm going to make him famous one day because I use the word Kavi all the time. Like, Kavi this, Kavi that. Eventually, you guys are going to ask, who is this guy? Show him. He's actually a friend from my hometown who is our CMO, if you're curious.
Hey, Eric.
What's up, man? You got Eric. You're live.
Hey, it's John from Tennessee. How you doing?
John from Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee?
I am in Nashville. Good guess.
Yeah, it said it on the area code. wasn't that hard of a guess? Yeah, Nashville's a great town, man. It's just when I used to go out there when I was single, it was like I'm just too like city. It was just too country, man. Like for me.
It's actually still really a small town that's overgrown. Well, you're dealing with this in Tampa, but Nashville is nuts. I'm a New York native, New York City native, and moved down here about 30 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I've just seen I just basically brought everybody with me.
Yeah, so. we ruin us New Yorkers and Northeast people. We ruin other parts of the country because we go there and we're all like aggressive and only care about money and up the prices of things.
You slow down a little bit, and actually I think that balances you out here in the South. Actually makes it possible for you to live pretty balanced life, which is great. No regrets. I had a question that actually a little bit of more of a regret. I have a good budget. I was in collecting a long time ago, and then sold everything, and then got into comics, and just really liquidated actually that to get back into cards. So I'm starting with a pretty good pile of stuff, and I did actually make a real significant mistake, I think, because I started buying vintage straight out of the gate, just because I hadn't had that stuff. I felt like I needed to kind of like at least establish a base of a collection that like looked like I knew what I was doing, right? And but now I'm like they're completely illiquid. I can't move them. Some of them are really ungraded,
What'd you buy?
and well, I bought a 60 mantle that's actually in pretty good shape. Aaron Mays, early Bob Gibson, and into the 70s with some Ryans that are undergraded, which eventually I will sort of get graded because they're in
Yeah.
good shape. I have a good eye for this, but what I found is actually going to shows. I thought I would kind of get some raw, kind of take it around and kind of ladder up, kind of go to other dealers, and everybody basically has the same stuff. So I was kind of really discouraged because the tempo of the shows is very much in modern, right? That's actually what feels like it's driving everything.
Yeah.
The old
Yep.
guys just don't need to move anything. So it's
Yeah.
like they're looking at your cards and you're like, well, I'll combine this and this and this. And you're basically not even getting near what you need to sort of get into, say, a higher graded card,
Yeah.
in the 60s with like, so this whole like idea of like, and unfortunately, before I discovered you, I really relied on ChatGPT to sort of like
Oh
coach
no.
me.
Yeah. No.
What a
ChatGPT.
disaster.
ChatGPT. First off, ChatGPT is wrong with just a lot of stuff in
Right.
general. ChatGPT is an absolute disaster when it comes to helping you build a business, not just sports cards, but any business advice. Because, dude, it's taking from the internet, and with the
Yeah.
internet, you get 80 million different opinions, right? And it's combining all of it. But the reality is, when it comes to like business mentorship, whether it's sports cards or anything, you need to go with one lane, right?
Yeah.
You need to go with one source of leadership, one lane, because it's worked for that person and you want to just emulate what they've done. Like what I talk about, it's probably not the only way to make money in sports cards. It's probably people that make money other ways, right? But that one specific lane has worked for me, and I've repeated that process a million times, and I've taught it to a lot of people, and it works, right? So
That's right.
ChatGPT is a disaster for sports
Well,
cards.
it was helpful for understanding a strategy of at least like, either edifying or sort of like challenging some of the things because I asked it to be really specific, like really challenged my preconceptions of this, and I really built it in. But still, like like oh yeah, you can take your ungraded cards and ladder up and combine them and move into.
Nah,
Like,
nah,
the
yeah,
reality
no,
is that
terrible,
these guys it's
Here, let
terrible.
let me unfix your problem.
Right.
So first off, okay, buying raw vintage, terrible idea. You need to be very
Yeah.
advanced to know what you're doing. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Um, Buying vintage in general is hard to make money. So buying older vintage, like 50s, 60s, 40s, 30s, etc., that stuff, if you do buy it graded, you're never going to buy it, or very rarely at a discount and flip it cheaply. That stuff is to hold long term, which is not, it sounds like the goal is to turn this into an income. So holding long term is not the goal right now. The only way to make money with vintage cards that I've seen where you can flip them quickly, I'll share my screen, is like this. So, and this is not really vintage. This is cards from the 80s and the 90s. But if you look at like a Vince Carter Topps Chrome PSA 10, I was just talking about this card, so it comes to
Yeah.
mind. If you look at this card in the past year, this card goes up and down and up and down. It goes up to 450, then down to 320, up to 375, up to 597, and down. Right now, this card is down right now for some reason. The last sale is 285. You could probably find it for 270, 280. You buy it, and it will pop back up in the most likely in the next few months to 350, 360, 370. And it's a pretty predictable way to make money. But you're only making, not only, but you're making 20, 30% on your money every few months if you're doing it right, which is obviously really good. But so that's the only way I've seen to make money with vintage consistently. Buying the old stuff, impossible to make consistent income. But you want to get into grading cards, man, and the modern stuff. The modern
Yeah.
stuff sells much faster. It's much more volatile, so you can play off the volatility and make much quicker money. And grading is the fastest, best way to make money I've ever seen in my life, right? Like, there's nothing you could do where you'll triple the value of an asset in 2 months, right? It's very hard to find something like that.
Do you recommend? Now, I mean, I'm not sitting here with it. Well, one of actually the things that I think I made a mistake with is that I took a little bit of what I was working with and put it right directly into something that wasn't going to be liquid, which is the vintage. So I have a nice set of 25 cards that I'm very proud of that I didn't have when I was growing up. but I'll tell you what, that high lasts maybe about 5 minutes,
Yep.
and it was just
Yep.
kind of like, wow, wow. So I'm working with about 500 to 750 a week. You know, I'm trying to get to as many shows just to kind of get the tempo of it. But again, the modern makes sense. Do you recommend, in terms of a quicker ungraded to slab approach of SGC and getting it faster,
Mm,
moving that while you're building up, and then sort of hold
ooh.
back some things for PSA at the same time?
What's
Like, in other words,
your So two things. Number one,
yeah.
you don't sound like you're poor, but what's your budget?
Oh, well, it varies. Whatever I can sell goes back into
Do you
this.
have at least a few $1,000s?
Yeah,
Okay.
about six, seven, eight.
So you have more than enough money. So
Yeah,
number one, yeah. So the PSA is going to make you much more money than SGC, and I know people complain that it takes so long. First
yeah.
off, so okay, here's a great piece of advice for you. When you send a card to PSA, people complain it takes 3 months, right? 2 months, 3 months, right? Do you know the reason why it takes so long, or part of the reason?
I actually don't.
So when you send a card to them, it goes to this big mail room. And if you're sending cards using the lowest end service, $25 a card, they don't prioritize those packages. So it sits in the mail room for a few weeks to a month before they ever open up your package. And they don't count that towards the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
So what you do, this piece of advice is going to just make you thousands of dollars at least, is let's say you're sending in 15 cards to PSA. 14 of those 15 cards use at the $25 service, and then buy one higher end card to use at like the $75 service. And when you put the barcode, so you put a barcode on the outside of these packages, just use the barcode from the $75 grading order. So PSA, when they go through their mailroom, they're going to pick up your package right away. So you're kind of duping them into prioritizing your package. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah, it's
Until they decide that they're not going to do that anymore, and they
yeah.
put you back in the queue, but they haven't done that.
No,
You're
no. As soon as
basically
they open
saying.
up your package, it's going into PSA.
Yeah.
Yeah, this works.
Okay, gotcha.
This works
Yeah.
religiously. So that's
The
going to save
clock,
you.
in other words, the clock starts.
The clock
Right?
starts,
Yeah,
correct.
exactly.
So that's going to save you like a month off your grading. And then
Makes sense.
number two, like it's slow. Even if it takes 2 months, right? You want to be buying consistently, at least a few cards a week. So when you start to get cards back, you have cards coming back every single week. So you're buying every week, then you have cards coming back. You're selling them every week. And yeah, it takes some money up front. You have more than enough cash, though. All it takes is a few $1,000s. You have more than that. But yeah, the goal is to build up that like snowball effect. So cards are coming back to you every week,
Makes sense.
and then you won't even realize how long they're taking, right? Because if cards coming back to you every week, you don't give a shit.
Michael, I'm sorry, Eric. Do you? I'm really anti eBay just because I don't want to go through the process of mailing things. Do you really feel like it's essential that I have to do this via eBay, or am I okay with shows and Instagram?
Yeah, shows and Instagram will get you far, but eBay is the best place to buy online.
Okay.
It's not the best
All right.
place to sell, in my opinion, but it's the best place to buy.
Gotcha.
And just like just you wanting to eliminate eBay out of buying, it's only costing you money. It's very easy.
Oh, no, it's to sell. Actually, the email. I'm trying to eliminate eBay because I just don't want to sit there and put packages out. I don't want to do it like that.
You don't got to do that. Yeah, card shows, bro. You could have your whole business like what I do a lot and what I did a lot in the past. A lot of my buying is on eBay and social media, and a lot of my selling, I'll only sell once a month. I'll go to one card show and I'll just clean up. I'll sell like half my shit. So card shows are the best place to sell. Bottom line, you get cash right there. You build connections. Nothing's gonna beat that. Nashville, I know, has some decent shows, so that'll be the best place to sell.
They're consistent shows. This part of the country has consistent shows, and this is something that I want to do once I get done with what I'm up to, and just turn off one thing and turn on the other thing, and just ride this into the sunset, really, because I know this stuff. I love it. I love the fact that you're doing this. I think it's really powerful. You totally opened up a whole, it lit my brain on fire in a way that I hadn't been in a long, long time about pretty much anything.
Are you?
I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure. Are you married?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your wife may not like me because then you're gonna become addicted to cards. Yeah, every wife hates sports cards.
Well, Well, here's the thing. I actually wrote up this. This is helpful because I remember dialing in or watching a show. You're talking about one guy that just kind of like lost his marriage over this sort of thing, and I was just like, that's. I think you or mentioned that you really had a lot of trouble, right? And I actually one of the things that I did was actually I wrote out a contract, and I said, listen, this is my hobby, and you know, none of the money that we do from this will affect, bottom line. The hobby will be the hobby.
I'll give you a piece of advice. Don't use the word hobby when it comes with your wife. Use the word side income or business, because when you do use the word hobby, that indicates it's only going to cost money, right? Hobbies cost money, like fishing and, doing whatever. This is not a hobby. It's a side income. People use the word hobby because it used to be a hobby, and now it's a full-fledged business. So with your wife, use the word I'm investing in my business. That's a piece of advice coming from someone who's managed a lot of salespeople who have dealt with a lot of sales objections related to the wife. So,
well, listen. I'm an entrepreneur already. Been in the music business for 28 years, so it's always been sort of on the edge of things anyway. And we have a really great life. This is just kind of like the planning of like what to do post that when that eventually sort of ends, because it will. And move into other things that I'm passionate about. And I'm really thankful that you have the opportunity to speak to other people who kind of light that passion in them.
Yeah, bro.
As well, because this is a real thing.
So. Yeah, for sure. That's the objective. But I do have to run. There's like 15 people waiting in the queue. I appreciate it. What was your name again?
It's John from Nashville.
John from Nashville. Got it. John from New York, but moved to Nashville. Got it.
Yes.
All right, John. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Enjoy the show.
All right. Bye-bye. The wife, man. The enemy of sports cards. Calling you back, Pennsylvania. This is a frequent caller, but I forget exactly who it is.
Eric, this is Drew from South Jersey.
Drew, South Jersey. What's up, Drew? How can I help?
What's up, brother? I'm going to take you off speakerphone here. Not much. I figured I'd check in with you, do my updates.
Do it.
As I go along in this card-making process. I'm coming as a longshoreman in South Philly and trying to get out of working a dangerous job to support 3 kids and try to,
Wait, what are you? You said a ship.
I'm a longshoreman in longshore. We unload the ships. Like, are you familiar with that from when you grew up in North Jersey and New York?
I thought, what's the name of the person?
ILA is our union.
Oh, so I was imagining, the people that have to like sleep on the oil rigs. Is that what it's called?
No, we don't got any oil. That's down in Gulf Coast.
Okay, got it. I know there's people that have to sleep on these rigs.
They ain't for any oil out around here.
Yeah,
the East Coast here with ILA. So remember our infrastructure, our goods and services move through container ships these days.
Well, so what makes your job dangerous? Out of curiosity.
Right now, I mean, in Philly, we're dealing with ice, snow, 40-mile wind gusts, blizzards.
Oh, so you're outside unloading these ships in this weather?
Yeah, I'm a container lasher.
Wow. God, all right, let's get you making money then.
Everything we get from Amazon or whoever, we're either unloosening it so they can unload it, or we're tightening it down so it can be exported. But obviously, in these major East Coast ports and cities, we don't have much exports nowadays, but we are importing a lot from China.
Yeah, that's true.
So basically, at the end of the day, I'm trying to make a transition.
Yep.
I'm tired of risking my life for my family. It's a very stressful situation, especially in these conditions.
Yeah, that makes sense. So how much do we need to get you making per month so you could quit your job?
To quit my job, it'd be $10K a month.
Got it. Okay. And then, so update me
where my mortgage and my car and all.
Got it. So update me where you're at right now.
With cards, right now I got like 70 something out for grading. It's a little rough right now when you got so many out for grading, even with the expedited services and the Cooper flag, X-Fractors and all, and paying the high-end services. They say a couple weeks, but even though you pay for that, it ain't going to be a couple weeks.
Yep.
So it definitely ties everything up. But end of the line, I don't know. I did do good on that Shuck downtown back in the day, and now I did the Quinshawn downtown for the 10. Got it for the 10, but still he blew out his leg. Like you said, don't buy running backs, folks.
This is what I said. So what is your question, or how may I advance your journey?
I guess my question is, like I listened to the last video, but it's getting competitive. Like as soon as you're saying stuff now, things are going up, no matter how you buy them. Like everything, like that last video is taking off, 7 cards to buy.
Last video. Oh, did it? Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Or 5. No, I mean, things go up quick now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all that means is, just more competitive equals there's more money in it. That's all it means. I mean, you're going to see people that see that video 5 months from now and just want to buy Jayden Daniels anyways. So,
yeah, I've been blasting Jayden Daniels, Silver Prisms, and Caleb Williams. Personally, I thought Wemby, but things shoot up,
Yeah.
right away now.
Got to be in it. You got to, it does. I wouldn't say I'm the reason why things go up. I don't think I'm that big, but hopefully, like what this does is, okay, maybe you missed a boat on Michael Penix or missed a boat a little bit. Now you know for next time, for when it comes time to buy basketball or football or whatever sport, right? It's teaching you the fundamentals so you can get in before others do, and then you can make a lot of money.
Yeah, and the football quarterbacks is where it's at. And maybe it's not so much the question as me saying to some of the listeners as how important some of this is. Like a running back is such, like, for example, when I played high school ball 20 years ago, and it's not a long story, but one of the guys in our league ended up getting the NFL Rookie of the Year, Steve Slayton out of West Virginia.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you're too young to remember this.
Oh, I know. Great special teamer.
Steve Slayton. Well, he's NFL Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
But no one cares about him now because he's a running back now,
Of course.
Had he been a quarterback, things would be a little bit different.
Yep.
And he had, a 2-year career. So from the first year, he won the Rookie of the Year.
Oh, Steve Slayton.
I'm thinking the second year.
I'm thinking of a different.
West Virginia with Pat White back in the day, bro. Or are you too young? I'm not sure.
Oh no, I remember. Oh, I was thinking of a different guy. Number 18 on the Patriots. He was great on special teams for a long time. What was his name?
No. So West Virginia back in the day had Pat White, Steve Slayton, and then they had a white fullback who was an absolute monster.
Yeah, I remember
this is like
Pat White.
04, 05.
Yeah, that was. I remember Pat White. He was excellent. He played in the NFL a little bit. I think he played on the Dolphins a little bit.
But like Steve Slayton was in our league growing up in the Philadelphia Catholic League here in Philadelphia, and he was the Rookie of the Year in the NFL. But within 2 years, he's out of the league.
Yeah,
and it's just speaking to what you're saying about quarterbacks.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have any questions, but I'm just saying, like, you're right about what you speak of, and especially coming time in the Penix and Daniels and Williams and all these guys. Like, don't invest in any running backs, guys, because wow.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you.
I invested heavy in Quinshawn, and
it usually doesn't
his
turn
leg out in the first year, even though he's on pace to have about 2,000 yards.
Yeah. It's you are right, but Drew, I do have to hop to my next caller because we have a big queue. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Peace and love, my brother. Peace and love, man.
Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it.
All right, from the blizzard, snowy storms of Jersey and Philly.
Hopefully it stops soon. I think he hung up. Holy shit. All right. We got to limit to one question. One question only. So pick your best. Because I guess I'm getting too popular. It's nice to be popular. High school, I wasn't. Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. How you doing?
What's up? Who's calling?
This is Ivan from Fort Worth.
Ivan, Fort Worth. How can I help? I got to limit you to one question, by the way. So pick your best one because we are slammed.
All right, cool. So I recently got on the eBay and started looking up eBay auctions. And since the Super Bowl ended, and I know you say that, usually cards go down in price after the season ends.
Yeah.
And I ended up winning 4 auctions on Sam Darnold, the base, Prism rookie card at 10s.
When did you
like-
win them?
Probably like a week or two right after.
Oh, yeah. You want to
Wait a little bit more, yeah.
not even wait a little bit more. You want to buy the stuff that's low. Sam Darnold is the opposite of low. He's obviously at an all-time high. Just as a heads up for the future, even though like Darnold's value, he's the one guy who probably won't go down because he just won the Super Bowl. So for the future, right, you want to buy the guys that have a good chance, a high chance of upside, which are guys that are down right now, right? Penix, McCarthy, Daniels, maybe Drake May. You don't want to buy the guys that are at like all-time highs. But anyways, continue.
Yeah, I felt like Cheddar Bob there. Seeing myself.
It happens. Been there.
Yeah, so I got those probably like at 4 of them at 100 and then another one at 166. So hopefully when the season starts, there's some hype on him, excitement if he makes a run again or whatever, so I can get my money back on those. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my question is, hopefully waiting, I guess, to sell them again at the season when the season starts.
Yeah, that'll be the time. I mean, you could just sell them now. My opinion is I don't think they'll go up a lot. Just my personal opinion because he's already just at an all-time high. He'll probably just kind of stay where he's at-ish. That's usually what happens. But that would be what I would do. That's just my personal opinion.
All right, cool. I appreciate it.
Sweet. Cool. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
Thanks.
Bye. All right, bye-bye. How many times, Coffee? How many times do I have to say, buy what's low? Buy the guys in the toilet. Darnold is you couldn't have picked the most opposite thing I say. Who knows what'll happen? Could make money, but brutal.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
What's up, Eric? It's Jonathan from San Diego.
What's up, Jonathan? I gotta be a dick today and limit you to one question.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
We're packed.
I'll be quick. I promise.
Go for it.
So I've been buying up a whole bunch of select Prism. Select Panini Select cards. A lot of JJ and Caleb Williams and stuff.
Okay.
But I've noticed that I've been only buying stuff that has really good gem rates, over 60, 70%, and a couple of them have 80% gem rates. But what I'm noticing is that they look really awesome on eBay, like the corners, the back, everything looks really good. But I'm noticing with Select Shock, stuff, they always have print lines. And I've done a little bit of research, and some people say that PSA just kind of disregards them because they're so abundant on this set. And I just wondered what your thoughts are on that and what your experiences are with that.
Good question. Number one, what's the gem rate on these Shock cards?
84% on my Caleb Williams.
And then send them all in. There's your answer.
Anyways, even if because some of them print lines, I look at them, they don't look bad, and other ones are I kind of don't like to look at it. And I mostly do baseball cards, and I'm not a Panini guy.
Yeah.
So I've never really seen this or experienced it. So, yeah, it's kind of a weird, weird thing to me.
It varies with every set. Sometimes they don't give a shit about it. Sometimes they do. Okay. But the best thing you could do is just look at current PSA 10s of the same set of other guys or the same guys and just see. I bet you there are print lines on them, but see where it stops.
The thing is I was trying to look at those too, but it's so hard in pictures. It's so you can't shine it in the light, so it's hard to tell even online just looking at PSA 10s if they really have.
You can't see it on the really good pictures, the scans, the bright scans with people with good scanners. You still can't see the print lines.
For most of them, I really can't see any print lines. Yeah, it's because I think they're. Even mine, I can't see them when I'm looking at them dead on. I really have to turn to the side a little bit.
If it's that light and it's that hard to see, send it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, then I'm just gonna take the gamble on and see what happens.
Yeah. Just as a heads up, traditionally speaking, the Shock cards, the more funny the surface looks, usually the harder it is to grade. Disco cards usually grade much, much easier in general with Prism.
I've just I've just found that the select the shot cards are most abundant on eBay right now. Like, I feel like it's been really hard for me to find, anything other than that. That's at least in my price range. I'm trying to stay under like $150 a card.
Yeah, that makes sense. But hey, everything I'm saying goes out the window. If the gem rate's 80%, let it rip. Send them all in, unless the card is like chewed off by your dog.
Cool. All right. Well, that's my question. So thank you.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. The one question thing's good. I actually might be able to get through everybody. That was California. Just as a heads up, you don't got to call in twice. Once will do. You'll be in the queue. I promise. Yo. What up?
Yo, I have a question for you. I'm a big fan, though.
Thanks, bro. What's your name?
Nick.
Nick? How can I help?
Yep. So I have this card, Jackson Smith-Njigba Origins 2023 out of 5, green, on card.
Okay.
And I can't find any comps. I'm just like wondering if you can help me find it.
Let's look it up together. So is it a graded?
No, raw.
So 2023 Origins, Smith. How do you spell Smith-Njigba? Smith, the Njigba. Smith-Njigba autograph, you said?
Yep, on card, color match.
Is there a patch?
No.
No patch. Who's the other? Who are the other really good players from 2023? Stroud. Are there any other receivers from that year?
Who's 2023?
Is it? What is he doing in the picture of the card?
He's like running with his arm out.
Is the ball in his right hand?
I'm looking right now. Yes, the ball is in his right hand, and he's like kind of going out for a stiff arm.
He's going out for a stiff arm. I think I'm looking at the same card as you, but I can give you a rough value. There's gonna be no comps. So, I'm looking here, and red at a 99 does like 150. It seems like. So that means at a 50 would do like 250 to 300. That means at a 25 would do like 500-ish. And that means at a 5, if yours is at a 5, it should do like, wait, yours is not graded or it is?
No, not graded.
Not graded. I would say this is a rough value here, but 700 to 900.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, if it's true out of 5 autographed, I think I'm looking at the same card you are. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it sounds about right. Like probably not $1,000, but kind of close to it.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Yeah, thank you. See you.
Bye-bye. I like how we started that conversation. Yo. All right. That was Los Angeles. I got to say this out loud because this is how I keep track. Middletown, which is a frequent caller too, but I just don't have the number saved. I'm going to feel like an asshole saying, who is this again?
Hello?
Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric, this is Mike.
What's up, Mike? How may I assist you today?
So I got a quick question. A few weeks ago, I called you. I was talking about like Will Howard with the Steelers and all that, with Aaron Rodgers maybe retiring.
Okay.
So I bought a patch card of him. It was like out of 9. It was like $100 on eBay or whatever. I'm like wondering, is it worth like setting up something like out of 9 in for grading if you don't know if it's going to be a 10, or if something that limited, if it's just worth selling raw?
No, it's worth it. The only thing that may not be worth to send in for grading, if it's in good condition, is a 101. Anything outside of that, you definitely want to get graded. What's the card again?
It's like Will Howard, Panini Immaculate.
Oh, Immaculate. Okay, so not that one. Immaculate and Flawless and National Treasures, unless it's like in insane condition, which it could be, I would not send it in. I would keep it sealed, right? It's sealed.
Oh, sorry, not Immaculate. It's I'm forgetting. It's nothing like, it's not a crazy like expensive card. It
Is the
was
card
like
thick or thin?
a thick.
Thick? I wouldn't send it in then.
Yeah, okay. Because I know you were saying like the thick cards kind of like iffy with the and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
because it's thicker. Those corners and the edge get damaged easier, and the surface gets soft easy. So like if they just move around a little bit in the pack, a lot of the time they get damaged. That's why. So yeah, for stuff what you're telling me, I would not send it in for grading.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, that was the only thing I had, so I appreciate it.
Sweet. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, was Middletown, New Jersey, right? And this next caller is Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio.
Eric, what's up, brother?
What's up? You got Eric?
Randy from Ohio. I called last week. I just wanted to, second caller. I just had a quick question for you. One question. I know the rules.
Go for it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. So my question for you is I see a lot of videos on like TikTok and stuff. I'm trying to get my cards back a little bit quicker, and I keep people say, oh, if you bump up one card and put it on like a higher submission time, like a quicker turnaround time, that typically works for them. Didn't know if you've ever done that, if it's a smart idea, if it's a dumb idea, but I'm highly considering it because I have some higher value cards in there, and I'd like to get them going.
It works from everything I've seen. So yeah, just stick the barcode of. So what I would do is, you have two grading orders. You have the expensive one and the cheap one. Take the barcode from the expensive one, put that on the total outside of the package, and then inside of the box or the package, you have two packages now. You have one for the one expensive card. You have one of the 20 card grading order. What I would do is the 20 card grading order, that's another package inside your package. Put the barcode on the outside of that.
Okay, cool. Do you max out like roughly like 20 card?
Well, I mean,
is that how much you would like recommend to put in that box?
It could be
high value one.
Nah, you can put 3 in there, 50. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick. All right. Cool, man. Yeah, that's my only question. I appreciate you, brother.
Sweet, bro. Thanks for calling in.
Yep. Thanks, bro.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, Denver. I'll be there tomorrow, actually. Hello? Are you there? I'll take that.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
I was just about to hang up. I thought the connection was wacky. What's up, man?
Yeah, no worries, man. Appreciate it. Look forward to having you out at the Denver show this weekend.
Yeah. Stop by. Say hi. What's your name?
Casey.
Say Quincy? Casey. Gotcha. Yeah, say hi. Yep. I'll be set up somewhere. You'll see a bunch of cameras, so that's how you know it'll be me.
All right, good deal, man. Appreciate it. Couple things. I guess, how are you doing on call volume? Are you able to answer a couple now, or are we still on one?
No. You got one, so make it a good one. But I appreciate you asking that, so actually I'll give you 2.
Appreciate that, man. So last week I picked up a Justin Herbert on alt.
Okay.
And it's green, 2020 green shimmer FOTL. And anyway, I guess the question is I got a really good deal on it compared to sell of the same card. I think there's only a pop 4 of it.
Okay.
That sold 2 days either before or after. But I guess the question is like, what do you do now? Because I mean, at the time, I paid $3,300 for it. I think Card Ladder had a value of around $7,200, and I think alt was around the same. Obviously, my purchase dropped the comps big time, but I also can't find some of the previous sales that I remember seeing, and I didn't screenshot them. So have you ever ran into issues where just comps kind of disappear historically, or maybe it's like a date restriction?
I've never seen that. The comps don't disappear. So no, haven't seen that. And then are you asking me to like kind of value this card and give you my opinion?
If you don't mind, yeah, or just what to do now, because I feel bad for the other guy that bought it. Obviously, given and so I don't know if it's, and then the other piece too is like resell.
Wait, what do you mean? You feel bad for who?
Well, so I think it was a Fanatics auction where one of the other Herberts were bought.
Okay.
And so it's a 2020 green shimmer if you want to look it up, I'd be curious to see
Yeah,
what your
I'm
thoughts
looking
are.
up. Is it Prism?
Yeah, it is Prism.
Is it autographed?
It is, yes.
What's yours graded?
PSA 9 Auto 10.
PSA 9 Auto 10.
Yep.
So I see yours for 7,200, and then there's another one that's sold for 3,300.
Yeah, so the 3,300 is me.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
So you're asking me.
Yeah, like if when I go to resell this thing, like I bought it thinking I was getting a heck of a deal on it, and I feel bad for the person that paid 72. Although I want to say there were a handful of comps. I was looking at different grades.
Don't feel bad, man, because if you purchased the card for $7,000, I could tell you no one would feel bad for you. So
fair enough.
It's okay. You win some, you lose some, and it looks like you won this one.
Yep.
Let me see if I could find anything. There's nothing of Herbert, but like, let me give you like let me see if there's anything of like Burrow. So let's see, a Burrow green shimmer. That's like 2 years ago. Let me see if there's who's another quarterback from that year. Hurts. So a Hurts. Hold on, let me just look something up. 1 second. I'm just gonna give you like my my rough. So
and while you're looking, I guess the question now is like, okay, I kind of messed up comps. Like it's dropped the card ladder value significantly, and to the point where I think it's just matching my comp.
Yeah, now. People that know what they're doing don't look at card ladder value. They just look at the recent data. So I wouldn't. Here, piece of advice: never use alt value or any of those card ladder values. It's not going to help you. It was probably only going to hurt you. Just as a heads up.
Okay.
Let's see. So let's see here. So Hertz sells for in September. He was about 750 as a PSA 10, and this did about a BGS 9 did about 6-7 times that. And then Herbert today does. Oh yeah, you killed it. Yeah. So the way I'm looking at this data is Hertz. So in September there was a sale of a Beckett 9, which is close enough to a PSA 9, did 750, and then a green shimmer back then did about 7 times ish. His silver prism PSA 10, and then Herbert does 830 his silver prism PSA 10. So times that by 7, you'll get about $5,000, and you paid 3,300. So you won.
Okay, good deal. And then how would you message that if I'm trying to flip it? Say this, I won't have it back in time this weekend. But
it's hard to flip it right away, man.
Okay, so just be patient.
Yeah, I'll give it like a month or two. Buying higher than graded, you kind of have to wait a month or two till other sales pop up or till the sale becomes irrelevant. Because in 3 months, you could say, well, that sale was 3 months ago. But if people like anyone that's buying a card like that, they're going to look at the comps and they're going to literally see the same card you just purchased for $3,000. So you might get $4,000 or 3,500, but if you wait a few months, you'll get more. So. And then I would definitely, so that's why I like buying this higher end stuff. It's actually best. It's hard to buy like really rare shit on these auction sites because everyone can see what you paid. And then there's not another sale usually. There may not be another sale in the next 3 months, but like buying something like a Blue Ice Prism PSA 10 Herbert, there are a few sales every month. And when they go up in value, the data will reflect that.
Yep, got it. Okay, so they'll use other benchmarks.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. And then I guess the other question I had was, I've heard you talking today, especially about just the seasons of buying and selling.
Yeah.
Are you seeing that shift at all now that like more, the rising tide kind of raises all ships, right? Are you seeing the seasonality change? Because I was just surprised to see some of the names going up already.
Player dependent. It's changed a little bit over the years. It's a good analogy, but it's just player dependent. Like McCarthy is not up. Penix is up because things have happened so far. Cousins left, and Stefanski, who's a good coach, went to Atlanta. Jaden Daniels, nothing has happened, but he's just slowly going up. Drake May hasn't went up. Bo Nix, Caleb Williams haven't really went up either yet. So it's just player dependent. As things happen in the offseason, players go up in value. That's positive things happen.
Got it. Is there a line in the sand where you say like, okay, this is definitively like a safe time to sell as you're leading up to preseason?
No, I'll sell a bunch of my stuff in April when the draft happens and these quarterbacks go up in
Okay.
value. Some like Stroud, I may hold into the season. And it just depends on the data and what's up and what's down. If I feel like it's the most, I wish there
Okay.
was a equation, but the only equation I
Yep.
have, I want to at least make 20%.
Got it. All right, cool. I appreciate it, man.
All right, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you this weekend.
Yeah, I'll
Thanks.
see you this weekend, Casey. Right?
Yes, Casey.
Cool. What do you
Correct.
look
Thanks.
like so I could put it in my brain?
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Tall, dark, and handsome. Damn, I wish I was you then.
All right.
All right,
Take care,
Casey.
man. Thanks.
Later.
Bye.
Tall, dark, and handsome. Was he describing me? Opposite of me? I'm not tall. Not really that dark. I do get a good tan though. That was Denver. This is Roselle, Illinois. Oh, whoops, I think I hung up on you. Roselle, Illinois. We're calling you. We're calling you back.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
Oh, hey, Eric. This is Ed from Illinois. I spoke to you last week. You were helping me with that Shohei Ohtani Aqua Pink. We found it on eBay, I think. It was you were explaining to me how it was a jersey match card. Does that sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So I was explaining to you at the time that I had not yet sent any cards in ever to be graded. So I have a stack that I'm planning on sending in. And in the meantime, I just picked up a collection from somebody, bought it dirt cheap. And this is where my question comes in. So in this collection, I picked up all the key rookies, the Boggs, the Gwynn, the Sandberg, and the 83 Fleer and Don Ross, and all those rookies in their second year tops,
Okay.
along with football cards, 83 to 85. So I picked up a couple of the Warren Moon rookies, an 85 Elway, an 83 and an 83 Montana, 285 Montanas, and Eric Dickerson rookie. These cards and PSA 10 are all in the thousands, between $2,000 and $5,000 each. So some of them definitely look really, really good. I'm excited to send them in. The thing is, if I send them into PSA and they come back nines, because there's no guarantee, they're about $100 a card now. They went from $5,000 to $100, and if they come back as an 8, which I've seen happen on a lot of the videos I watched online, and it's scary, which is one of the reasons I don't grade cards. But I want to take a chance. So if they come back at 8s, I lost money. Where do you think I should send these 80s cards to that I have the best chance of getting 10s? PSAs, somewhere else? I know if I send them in to, say, one of the other companies, that $5,000 Elway at a 10 will be a $3,800 card. Well, I pretty much got these cards for nothing, so I have $3,800 from nothing is okay by me. Where do you recommend sending 80s cards in to get the best chance at getting PSA 10s?
So, well, the question is not what's going to give me the best chance of getting a 10. The question is what's going to make me the most amount of money, right? You'd rather have a PSA 7 that sells for more than an SGC 9, right? Because the bottom line is you want to make money. And PSA is going to be the answer. It's not really that close. SGC is not bad, but PSA is going to be the answer. And then piggybacking off of what you said, buying modern cards isn't that risky when it comes to grading. Because for the most part, if you know what you're doing, you're really not going to get less than 9s if you know what you're doing. As opposed to vintage is a crapshoot, right? What should you pay? I don't know whether I should pay more or less for raw. You think it's going to get a PSA 4 and you pay strong and it gets a PSA 2. So that is very high risk and also high reward. I don't talk about grading vintage that much because it is very risky. It's like, it's like Russian roulette. But to answer your question, PSA is the answer.
So go with PSA and just take my chances. If it comes back at 9, consider it. I still made a little bit of money off between the grading fee and what the card's worth, $100, $200.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. Even if these cards look perfect, man, because it's just hard to get PSA 10s with cards like this. Even if they look perfect, because PSA is very cognizant of controlling how many 10s there are out there of these vintage cards. So it's hard, man. Even if they look phenomenal, it's possible, but they really got to look good.
I mean, these are all black bordered cards, and they I don't even see any white on them. I mean, they look really nice. They're all centered. I picked out only the ones that are centered.
Yeah, I've played this game a million times. I've taught sports cards to thousands of people, and I've had dozens of people that will try to go the vintage route and saying like, "Oh, look how much I can make as a 10." They do it, and basically every time it turns out to be no good. But if you're saying they look perfect, they look perfect.
I'm sending in 25 cards, just based off of PSA 10 values. If everything came back perfect, which I know it wouldn't, we're looking at about 27,000 in PSA value.
Yeah. So
and if I can just get a couple of 10s out of that, at least it'll pay my fees back and pay me the little bit that I spent on them, and anything else after that's all profit. That's all I'm hoping for.
Yeah, it's just it's a gamble. But I
just didn't know if there was a better place, that might be a little easier to grade, to get a 10 on an 80s card.
There are, like, you could send it to these, crappy grading companies and get a 10, but a 10's not worth anything, so it doesn't do anything for you.
Right. Well, I mean, I looked up the Elway card. It said PSA 10 was $5,000, and if it was, I think, a SGC or a CGC, a 10 was only worth $3,800. I have no problem with $3,800.
Yeah, well, you could just, instead of me just guessing, we could look. So, like, if I share my screen here, and
but I just don't know if people would even be interested in buying a non-PSA card.
They would.
Value.
SGC, they would. You'd still be able to sell it. What's the? It's a 1985 Elway. You said?
Yes. 85 Topps Elway.
Okay, so out of PSA,
ones,
3,000 have been sent to PSA, and 21 have gotten a 10. So 0.7% have gotten a 10. And then out of 305 that have been sent to SGC, not one ever has gotten a 10.
Oh, wow.
So you can see how hard it is. That's my point.
So I actually have a little bit of better odds and better value out of PSA.
Yeah, a little bit. Yep.
Okay. Very good. All right. Well, I appreciate that. Helps me out a lot. I'll let you get on to the next caller then, and I'll talk to you another time.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Kavi, can they hear me fine? Even though I'm standing up? Like with the... Okay, they could. Okay. Right. Sorry. I didn't get anything on my suit, right? Let's see. That was Roselle, Illinois. And this is Delaware. Delaware. No state tax over there. Buying cards. You're lucky.
Hello.
You have Eric. You are live.
Hey, Eric. It's Terry from Delaware.
You said Terry?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Terry. How can I help?
Just had a quick question. So I just purchased Bo Davis auto. I'm thinking, from what I'm hearing, he's gonna be the next Barry Bonds.
Wait, who is it?
Bo Davis.
I don't know who that is. Bo Davis?
Yeah.
And
maybe that's.
Do you promise he's gonna be the next Barry Bonds?
That's what they're saying. So I went and got an auto. And
I don't know. I also heard that Jamarcus Russell was gonna be one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, but that didn't pan out. So just
that's just what I'm hearing. That's just what I'm hearing from the teammates. And Bryce Eldridge and all them are saying.
Okay.
That this kid's gonna be good. So I went and picked up one of his Bowman Chrome autos, and I was just wondering, like, what do you think?
What do I think? I'll give you the same answer I've given to anyone else that's laid a question on me like that. The reality is, who knows? You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. And most guys, especially with baseball, don't pan out to be good. I would never buy a prospect and let it play out and hopefully it's good. Like, very, very few are good, especially good right away. Even Mike Trout is a rookie. His first year, I think he got called up in July. He only hit like 230, 240. Same thing with Aaron Judge. It wasn't until the next year they actually started producing a lot, which kind of kills their value. So I personally would never, ever invest in a prospect and let it play out. But, it could work, but that'd be my advice.
Right. So it's just a gamble up and up. So
Yeah, it's a gamble that I believe doesn't have good value.
Okay. All right. So that's just all. That's all the question I had. Thank you so much, and I'm just gonna keep listening.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. All right, that was Delaware. Oh, man, these callers are flying in. Oh, my Lord, what has happened? All right, we got one of our favorites. Ready, Kavi? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Eric Bobola!
What up? What up?
Eric from the Bronx, baby, yo!
Yeah, you heard that? Are you saying yo because of the other kid?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Right to the point.
Yeah, first word was like yo. That was good.
Awesome. Yeah, millennials don't have anything on this new generation.
Yeah,
yo,
what's up?
great.
What's
awesome.
up with the teenagers and the kids when they call in? I don't mind, but it's just direct, right to the point. Every single one. It's not.
Yeah, there's no cordial nature about anything. Right to the point. Yo.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's talk about this money. Eric, looking sharper today. The sharper image. I just wanted to say shout out to the ILW and West Virginia. And I don't know if the guy that called is definitely doing that job is crazy. Crazy. It's dangerous and everything. And he's talking West Virginia athletics. I don't know if he remembers Amos Zeraway, running back. Do you remember that guy from West Virginia?
I have no idea.
He was from Long Island. Went to Nassau Community College, then transferred to West Virginia. Anyway, he was supposed to be great. Went to the NFL, played for the Steelers, I think, a couple of years, but that was that. Anyway, I know the rules. One question, but this isn't one question. This is one comment. I was trudging through the snow 2 days ago.
Okay.
In New York City, through a swanky part of the island of Manhattan.
No.
And I looked over to my right, and I saw a screen. And on the screen, I saw flashes of some vintage baseball cards. And I saw some Babe Ruths, and I thought of you. And then I looked at the store. It's a storefront for Heritage Auctions. I looked it up. I wanted to, you give us so much great information. I don't know if you knew about this. I wanted to send it your way if you didn't. And if you did, it's just redundant. But Heritage Auctions, I think, is having an auction for some Gaudi Ruths going on right now.
Yes, I bought a lot from them. I had to put a pause on the buying the very high-end vintage cards because I spent, I'll just tell you guys, I spent $2 million in a few months.
Oh, Jesus, I know. Wow.
Yeah, and at the end of last year, I went kind of crazy because a lot of the cards were just at really good values. So I'm just more buying the modern and putting money into diversifying a little bit, not only in sports cards like real estate and some other places. That's why I put a pause a little bit on the buying the high-end vintage. I'll be back probably the end of this year. But believe me, I'm very well aware. I just
okay.
I gotta be smart.
I hear you. I just wanted to run it by you if you were still looking and you didn't know about it. But you're way ahead of the game.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I just buy them at card shows now. If I see them at a card show, I'll pick one or two up.
Yeah, but when they're at these auction sites, the premium just goes up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they sell for what they're worth, but at card shows, if I can get one at like 90% or 95%, or I deem it to be a good deal, then I'll buy it because I'm like, all right, I'm already into the profit 5 to 10%, and I'm going to hold it long term. So, but outside of that, I'm not really buying high-end vintage at the moment, but I'll be back.
Got you. All right, man. Well, have a great time in Denver and at the card show, and keep sneezing away from your suit to keep those boogers off the cloth. Nice job, bro.
Thank you, sir.
I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, Merv. Talk to you later.
Later.
Bye. Oh, yeah. Got to keep the boogers off the suit. Can't do that. Oh, it looks like our time is up, unfortunately. As much as I'm sorry. There's like 10 people waiting. You got to be quicker, I guess. We'll be live back again. We do this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We start at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So the minute we go live at 10 a.m., you can begin calling in and filling up the queue. I apologize. There's just too many callers. I either have to make more time for this or duplicate myself. Get an AI version of Eric to also answer the callers. But I appreciate all you guys calling in. This thing is booming. I think we had a record of people at a concurrent time. There was 135 people, I think, at one time. The record before was 125. Hopefully we can get it up to 200 within a few months. That'd be pretty cool. I'll need to definitely figure out a better phone system because I won't be able to answer everybody. But yeah, keep buying. Hopefully this helped you out a little bit. I'll be at the Denver Card Show in tomorrow I'll be in Denver, then Friday and Saturday I'll be there. Stop by, say hi. It'll be me, bunch of cameras, set up at a booth. I'll be walking around a little bit, but mostly at the booth. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next